guys, it's Chad from Albany Brew Crafters. I'm over at Scott's house for a change.
Hey guys.
And we are brewing up some Albany Ale, and we're doing side by side. Scott is doing an all grain version, and I'm doing an extract version. So it should be interesting because we're using the exact same water, the same yeast. I'm gonna keep my fermenting bucket here, so they'll be at the same temperature. So really the only difference will just be whether versus extract and all grain. Here's my steeping grains. I had 2 pounds of corn grits, 0.13 pound black patent malt, and a pound of Briess. What does it say? Grow? Whatever. And what's your recipe?
Same thing, except it's 7 pounds of 6-row, and then 2 pounds of corn as well, and then an ounce of black malt, which I'm going to add later. Yeah,
and we need, you actually use real sugar in this and corn syrup. We'll have to measure that out later, and here's my extract. Here's Scott's pot. Alright, so we're mixing up the invert sugar. Looks like oatmeal or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna make like a slurry basically of sugar and water. That's 2 pounds in there, and we're just gonna split it as evenly as possible.
I think this is gonna get really thick and really gunky soon.
Yeah. It said you could add more water as needed, so. Alright, so looks like our sugar's about done. You had to add a lot more water than just 3 tablespoons. You just keep adding water so it doesn't dry out. You want to keep it thin so it doesn't clump up. And we just talked to Craig Gravina himself, and he said it should have the consistency of maple syrup, which it pretty much does. A lot of that's from water. So yeah, that's our sugar in the raw. So almost done with the steeping, and then we'll get into the boil. So let's go check that out. All right, so Scott and I put the 6.5 pounds of the Marris Otter liquid malt extract in here, off the flame, of course. Now I'm trying to bring it up to a boil. It's about 150 or so. Really dark now. Just gonna keep stirring so it don't scorch. I can feel the bottom of the pot, so I think most of it's, dissolved by now. But then as soon as it hits a boil, we'll start the timer for a 20-hour boil. Alright, I'm almost at a boil. We didn't mention Ryan's here. He brought the yeast. So what are you doing now?
Running off my wort now, and I just sort of started reaching the grain bed, so I'm adding some sparge water, doing fly sparge, and trying to get about 6.5 gallons of wort. Mm-hmm. So right now this water is probably about 180 degrees, and just rinsing the sugars off.
Cool. Alright, so I put a boil. I added half of the 1 ounce, so now we have 1.5 ounces of cluster hops in here. Smell really good. It smells kind of sweet. So it's only a 60-minute boil on here, and the only other thing we gotta do is add the corn syrup and the inverted sugar in about 40-45 minutes or so. Alright, so Scott and I split 2 pounds of sugar. We're just gonna kind of eyeball it here. It's 20 minutes till flame out on high. It's kind of like adding malt extract all over again. It's a little thinner though. I think that's about that. Yeah, that's right. Scott's gonna be a rebel and add it pretty much at boil instead of 20 minutes till flame out.
Holy shit.
Although you're gonna get like way more concentrated sugar in there. Alright, finished up mine. As you can see, there's the remnants of mine. Scott's finishing up his right now. Just cooling it down. And just to clean up, and we'll be almost done. Alright, we're finally done. Taking a gravity reading now. It's a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. Although, you know what, it might be high gravity, but then you might have a really low final gravity. It's hard to tell because of the foam, but it looks like it's like in the low 1060s. Alright, looks like we're wrapping up here. Scott's taking a gravity reading on his. Your color's way lighter.
Way lighter, yeah.
And your gravity's way lighter.
I'd say it's 105.2 or 5.4. Like I can't see.
1051 or so.
Yeah. Yeah, 10. It's got to be 1052 at least.
Yeah.
I'll probably wait till the bubbles go in.
We're not pitching yeast right now. Do you have the actual yeast though, or did you put it inside?
Yeah. It's right here.
East Coast yeast, ECY10.
Yep. Old Newark.
So that's their yeast.
Fermentation temperature. So, wow, I thought it was actually higher than that. So maybe I'll start at 60 and we'll go to 68.
Cool. Yeah, I'm leaving my fermenting bucket here at Scott's house. That way they can ferment at the same temperature and everything. So it's a cool experiment having the extract versus all grain. So I guess that about wraps it up. So
Right.
Thanks for having me over.
No problem. Bye, guys.
Bye.